Have you ever sensed a gentle whisper in the depths of your heart, as though someone is listening to the silent hopes and fears you hold inside? My presence moves quietly through every moment of your life, surrounding you with an unwavering love that never fades. Even when you believe you are entirely alone, I'm right there, witnessing every thought and feeling that crosses your mind. Each idea you have is known to me, cherished by me, and carefully observed with a compassion that never fails. Your dreams, your worries, your joys, and your doubts, they all matter deeply. I see them all, and I long to help guide you toward a path of peace and clarity. The human mind is a remarkable space, filled with endless possibilities. You can conjure up profound kindness, imagine a better future, and reflect on the purpose of your existence. Yet sometimes your thoughts drift toward anxiety, dissatisfaction, or the unknown. In moments like those, remember that I am here to shift your focus toward what brings true fulfillment. I hold you in my loving embrace, eager to show you a more excellent way, a way of hope, of light, of perseverance. When you turn your mind toward me, an inner stillness grows within you, soft and calm like a gentle breeze on a warm day. Allow my presence to influence your thoughts. Just as the warmth of the sun can brighten your outlook on a chilly morning, my nearness carries comfort that can dissolve the cold grip of despair. There is nothing frivolous about your contemplation. Your reflections shape your perspective, your mood, and eventually your actions. When your mind aligns with kindness and grace, you will see your heart begin to shine with goodness. When your energy is directed toward negativity or fear, you will sense the weight of that burden pressing down on your spirit. But remember, you never carry this burden alone. I invite you to lean on me, to let my peace flood your soul, lifting anxieties and replacing them with tranquil confidence. The world around you buzzes with distractions, promising happiness through possessions, popularity, and a constant search for the next thrill. Yet these fleeting pursuits rarely bring genuine satisfaction. They can momentarily entertain you or offer a short-lived thrill, but they do not fill the deepest longing of your heart. I planted within you a desire for lasting fulfillment. When your soul seeks something more than momentary fun, that is when you hear my call. That call is gentle, persistent, and full of promise. It reminds you that you are created with a purpose, that you are cherished beyond measure, and that true peace cannot be found in material gain or shallow excitement. Let your focus shift to what is eternal. Set your gaze on that quiet place within your spirit, where I speak in subtle but profound ways. When you search for deeper meaning, consider that I have placed my imprint on your very being. You do not need to earn my love or impress me with your accomplishments. I already see the beauty in you, the potential in you. I see your kindness, your capacity for compassion, and the remarkable strength that lies dormant until you call upon it in times of need. In your darkest nights, when doubts clamor for your attention, know that my light is still shining, ready to guide you back to a place of understanding and tranquility. Though it may seem counterintuitive, trials and difficult moments can bring about a special clarity. You may fear these seasons of hardship, but in them, you also discover the brilliance of my presence more vividly. When the sun is out, it can feel like you have all the strength you need. When clouds cast heavy shadows, that is when you often look inward or upward, searching for something greater than yourself. In these trials, my peace becomes visible like a golden beam breaking through a darkened sky. It stands apart from your circumstances, reminding you of a divine hope that transcends every earthly storm. Let this be a reminder that what seems like adversity can become a backdrop, against which my calming presence shines the brightest. This process of learning to keep your mind fixed on the good is an ongoing journey, one that requires patience and trust. If you stumble, do not allow regret or shame to dominate. Instead, recognize that each step, even a misstep, teaches you something valuable about resilience and about grace. I do not expect perfection from you. I desire authenticity. I want you to be honest about your struggles, your uncertainties, and your weaknesses, for it is in that honesty that you become more open to my guidance. When you admit you do not have all the answers, that is when you are most prepared to receive wisdom that surpasses your human understanding. Invite me to be your guiding star. Think of your heart as a compass and allow my spirit to gently guide the needle toward what is right, noble, and helpful. You will find that when your thoughts are in line with my own, you develop a resilience that can endure life's toughest challenges. Your perspective widens, your mind settles, and even in difficulties you discover a serene center. This peace is not logical by worldly standards. People may look at you and wonder how you remain calm when circumstances appear daunting. In that moment, the soft glow of my presence testifies to an unshakable love. Faith grows in the soil of trust. When you plant trust in your heart, water it with hope, and nurture it with genuine humility, faith blossoms. This kind of faith is not blind. It sees struggles clearly. It acknowledges the reality of hardship, but chooses to believe that goodness will prevail. It stands on the assurance that you are precious in my eyes, that your story matters, and that I will never abandon you to the chaos of the world. This faith is an anchor, keeping you steadfast when strong currents threaten to pull you away from your true center. Consider how your heart yearns for a place of belonging. Whether you feel isolated in a crowd or alone in your room, you desire to be understood and accepted. You search for people who will celebrate your successes and comfort you in sorrows. I have made you for relationship. Do not shy away from forming genuine connections, even when you have been hurt before. True community can reflect my love, offering support, encouragement, and even gentle correction when needed. Relationships can be messy, but they are also a beautiful opportunity to display empathy, patience, and kindness, all virtues that have their source in my heart for you. Remember that every sunrise brings the promise of renewal. Every breath you take is a new opportunity to grow in love and understanding. Even the simplest moments, like the stillness you feel when you pause to appreciate a quiet morning, hold the potential to draw you closer to me. If you ever doubt your worth or the significance of your life, recall that you are intentionally created with unique gifts and passions. No one else can fill your exact role in the world. The beauty of your life story, with all its highs and lows, is something I treasure. Nothing is wasted. Even your tears hold meaning, for they reveal a heart that feels deeply. My peace is like a golden glow that falls upon you from above, silent yet ever present. On those days when everything goes smoothly, you may not notice it explicitly, but it is there, supporting your well-being and your hope. When darkness looms and your surroundings feel heavy, that peace stands out, illuminating the path. Darkness cannot extinguish my light. It can only make it more striking. Never forget that any shadow you face is fleeting. My presence is enduring, and I encourage you to practice this sense of peace in all circumstances. Moments of uncertainty are actually invitations for you to rely fully on my love. The more you turn your heart in my direction, the more clarity you will find. This kind of peace is learned and strengthened over time, much like a skill. When you first encounter a challenge, you may feel uneasy or lose your calm. But as you continue to pause, breathe, and remember who guides you, your spirit will begin to remain composed even in the midst of chaos. I am training you, day by day, trial by trial, to find a calm center that no storm can shake. If you ever feel like giving up or letting weariness consume you, remind yourself that you're not fighting alone. Lean into me, speak words of truth to your soul, and let me remind you of your purpose and your potential. Know that I take joy in your progress. Even the smallest steps toward kindness, patience, and faith are celebrated. Life is not a race to perfection. It is a transformative journey. Each season has lessons to offer. Each difficulty carries within it a hidden pearl of wisdom that can refine your character, teaching you compassion for others and gratitude for life's blessings. Embrace these lessons and do not let discouragement settle into your heart. If you feel lost or uncertain about what comes next, reach out to me. I delight in guiding you toward places of flourishing and success. Success that is measured not just by external achievements, but by the growth of your heart and the depth of your love. You may wonder how you can be sure of this nearness. How can you trust that I am truly involved in the details of your life? The evidence is in the stirrings of your heart, in that subtle sense of peace that occasionally flows into your mind without explanation, and in the strength you find in moments of weakness. Pay attention to those gentle impressions, those quiet confirmations. They appear when you least expect them, yet they are constant reminders that you are never abandoned. My spirit is your companion, your guide, and the whisper of hope that assures you your life holds more meaning than you realize. When I see you gravitate toward kindness, generosity, and empathy, my heart swells with love. That love is more than emotion. It is the core of who I am, flowing into who you are meant to be. Each act of compassion you show to a neighbor, each moment you pause to truly listen to someone's story, each time you extend forgiveness or patience, these are reflections of my character shining through you. Though life can be difficult, never underestimate the power of simple, everyday goodness. One act of love can ripple out in ways you may never witness, setting off a chain reaction of hope. Allow yourself to believe in that hope, to be a vessel for it, and to see how it transforms lives. At times you might be tempted to retreat into worry or despair. The world can appear overwhelming, and your personal challenges might feel enormous. Yet the best remedy for fear is to remember that you do not stand alone. You have an enduring assurance that no storm, no disappointment, no heartbreak can separate you from my intention to uplift you. When you cry out for relief, I am there, not as a distant observer, but as a present help, offering solace and clarity. Have faith that even if you cannot see a clear way forward, I already know the path, and I walk every step of it beside you. You are made for more than mere survival. You are created to thrive, to discover purpose, and to spread love. Sometimes the biggest challenge is believing that you are worth it, worth the effort, worth the journey, worth the compassion I pour into you. Doubts may arise, telling you that your mistakes are too numerous or your flaws too glaring. But understand that you are cherished beyond human comprehension. When you begin to view yourself through my eyes, you will see beauty where once you saw deficiency. You will perceive promise where once you saw only limitations. And you will learn the meaning of unwavering acceptance, which frees you to grow in ways you never believed possible. Consider the joy I feel when I see you delight in a genuine smile or a heartfelt moment shared with someone you love. That joy is multiplied, echoing through the fabric of your life. It is not just a fleeting emotion. It is a reminder of the deep connection we share. When you find contentment in the little things, in the laughter of a friend, in a warm cup of tea on a cold day, in the gracious act of receiving help when you need it, know that these are reflections of my goodness. Embrace them fully, allow them to rejuvenate your spirit, and carry that sense of gratitude wherever you go. Every day, you stand at the threshold of possibility. Your future is not predetermined by your past mistakes or limited by current frustrations. There is always an open door to a better tomorrow, to a richer understanding of love, to a more profound experience of peace. I stand at that threshold with you, gently guiding, never forcing, always inviting you to take one step closer toward the life you have been designed to live. In that life, compassion, honesty, and courage flourish, and you learn to view every obstacle as an opportunity to grow in wisdom and virtue. Let your mind dwell on what is true and praiseworthy, Do not fill your heart with endless worry about things you cannot control. Instead, surrender those anxieties to me and focus on how you can shine where you are. Look for ways to be a blessing to others. Notice the silent battles people around you may be fighting and offer them a comforting word. Recognize that every person you meet is carrying their own hopes and fears, and learn to see them as I see you. Remember that as you pour out kindness, you also receive fulfillment. Love cannot be exhausted. The more you share, the more it multiplies within you. I urge you to step into this day with renewed purpose. Let your heart seek deeper communion with my presence. It is in stillness, when you quiet your racing thoughts and listen, that you can hear my calming voice. Let my spirit lead you into a place where stress and hurry do not dictate your actions, but where peace and wisdom guide you. Even if the tasks ahead seem daunting, you can tackle them one by one, aware that I am giving you the strength to move forward. Resist the urge to let frustration or disappointment overshadow your gratitude. Instead, fix your eyes on the potential for growth and the freedom that comes from trusting in a love far greater than any circumstance. I have called you to a journey that is transformative. Along the way, you will witness my faithfulness, not through grand spectacles alone, but through the gentle, everyday mercies that sustain you. Open your heart to these mercies and notice them with intentional appreciation. They might appear as a timely word of encouragement from a friend, a sudden insight that helps you solve a pressing problem, or a comforting sense of peace in the midst of turmoil. Let these moments remind you that I care for you deeply, and let that care fuel your faith, making it strong and vibrant, like a well-rooted tree. There is immense power in gratitude. When you train your mind to recognize all that is going right, your outlook changes. Instead of dwelling on shortcomings or failures, you begin to celebrate victories, no matter how small. Gratitude rewires your perspective, lifting you from gloom and anchoring you in hope. As you make gratitude a daily practice, you will find it easier to trust me, for you see evidence of my goodness in the details of your life. Even in seasons of struggle, you discover silver linings and reasons to carry on, because you know that trials are temporary, but my love is permanent. Let today be a milestone in the story of your life, a day when you renew your commitment to walk in peace and love. Refuse to let bitterness or anger take root in your heart. Such emotions can easily grow into resentment, crowding out the space meant for joy and light. If you harbor any wounds or grudges, bring them into the open, acknowledging the pain, then releasing it into my hands. Forgiveness is not always easy, but it liberates your soul and paves the way for healing. You do not have to carry the weight of hatred or regret. I am here, ready to hold your burdens, reminding you that you are free to love unconditionally. You might be surprised by how much influence your thoughts can have over your day-to-day life. A mind fixed on negativity can rob you of sleep, affect your relationships, and dampen your enthusiasm for the future. Conversely, a mind nurtured by hope, kindness, and trust can spark creativity, deepen friendships, and bring warmth to your interactions. Watch over your mental garden with care. Weed out self-defeating or cynical thoughts, and plant seeds of confidence, dignity, and compassion. In time, you will see the fruits of this intentional mindset, and you will realize that your mind has become a reservoir of positivity, ready to overflow onto those around you. Through all your days, my child, my call to you remains the same. Focus on what is good, rest in my peace, and trust that you are cared for more than you can fathom. Remember my nearness as you go about your routine. When you pause to breathe, to reflect, or to pray, you open a channel for my love to flow more freely. Let gratitude be your daily posture. Let compassion shape your responses to those in need. Let perseverance guide you when you feel like giving up. And most of all, let love, genuine, patient, enduring love, fill your heart so completely that it overflows in all you do. Take a moment right now to reflect on the dreams you hold close. Perhaps you have desires that you have pushed aside, thinking them impossible. Perhaps you harbor hopes for reconciliation in a broken relationship or yearn for a new chapter in your professional life. Hand these desires over to me. Trust that I see the bigger picture and know how to orchestrate opportunities at the right time. Be patient and do not lose hope if the journey takes longer than expected or unfolds differently than you initially planned. Your life story is woven with care, and each chapter has its lessons, joys, and revelations. Be encouraged. Every day is a new beginning. If yesterday was filled with regrets, today can be a fresh page. If you are proud of yesterday's achievements, continue forward with humility, knowing that there is still more to learn and more to share. You do not need to be enslaved by past mistakes or pinned down by others' opinions. Let my perspective of unwavering love define how you see yourself. Walk confidently, knowing that you are valued, and let that confidence empower you to extend kindness to those around you. Small acts of compassion can carry enormous weight in another person's life. Be the spark that ignites hope wherever you go. Now, as you continue in your day or evening, keep this assurance deep in your soul. You are never alone. My peace remains with you, glowing softly like a golden light that brightens your path. Look toward that light. Whenever you feel engulfed by darkness, practice the peace that transcends all turmoil by remembering my promise to stay by your side. Do not grow weary of doing good or of seeking the truth. Each moment of perseverance shapes you into a person of depth and grace. Let your heart be buoyed by the knowledge that you are seen, cherished, and deeply loved. Carry these words with you, letting them nurture your spirit and guide your thoughts. Reflect on them when life becomes hurried or confusion sets in. Let them be a reminder that your existence has great purpose, and that by aligning your mind with love, mercy, and peace, you transform not just your own heart, but the world around you. I stand with you in every season, rejoicing in your triumphs, comforting you in your losses, and encouraging you to keep moving forward. You are capable of so much good, so much courage, so much resilience. Let this truth energize you. You can always return to me for solace, direction, and renewal. No matter how many times you drift or forget, the invitation stands. My arms are open, welcoming you to find rest in a love that does not fade. Receive that invitation daily and watch how your life blooms with purpose and brightness. Allow hope to be your anchor and let compassion be your banner. In this way, you honor the reflection of my heart that has been placed in yours from the very beginning. I encourage you to hold these insights in your heart and practice them consistently. Each new day offers opportunities to extend compassion and to nurture a mindset of peace. As you do so, you bear witness to a deeper reality, one in which love conquers all forms of darkness. I am with you, loving you, guiding you, and celebrating your journey every step of the way. You are precious beyond words, and your life is meant to flourish in peace, faith, and immeasurable love. If these words have stirred something within you, I invite you to continue seeking this peace and nurturing the hope you feel right now. Share this sense of renewal with others, so that more hearts can discover a life anchored in compassion and trust. And if you wish to keep receiving messages like this, be sure to subscribe to this channel and stay connected. You are dearly loved, and I am always near. Amen.